Hey, let's be snappy.
All right. Well, go ahead. Finish your song.
Let's be snappy, and here it's time for us.
All right, new theme song. Welcome to One on One with Glen and Brent. I'm Brent.
And I'm Glen.
And we are Brent and Glen. This is One on One with Glen and Brent. We'd like to welcome new viewer Rick Pitino, Coach Rick Pitino, to the podcast this week. Very happy to have you in the audience, sir. And I apologize for anything that people may have said, people being puppets. So,
no apologies for me, though.
No, but Glen does not care. So, moving right into things, Glen, we're getting ready. We are now nearing the end. The football season's winding down, just as the basketball season's winding up, winding forward, winding out. It's not winding up because that also means stopping. So it's
winding back to where we want to be.
All right. So, what we got going on?
Well, the football team experienced a loss that they didn't see coming. That was very devastating. Took us out of the 14 playoff picture, and that was no good. So we have transitioned from football because we don't want to look at it anymore. And basketball is where we really were trying to get to.
Essentially, we're employing the UK philosophy of wait till basketball season.
Right. It's all we've got.
What was disappointing, I think people were disappointed because, as you said, we were in the national playoff picture in football, and then, to use a term that the children use, shit the bed against Houston. It wasn't just the fact that they lost, it was the manner in which they lost, which was head-scratching, to say the least. But I'm not here to tear down my own team. It was,
to be honest, Houston just looked like the better team.
They really did. There was no question yet who really showed up that night. So, now, by the time this hits, the polls will be out, but the official poll will come out tomorrow for the CFP.
Right.
We fell out of the top 10 in both the AP and coaches poll. What do you expect we're going to land tomorrow? We'll see how clairvoyant Glen is because we'll have an answer by the time this actually comes out.
Houston, not a terrible team, but probably not ranked in the top 15. So I would say we dropped to around 15.
That stings. So looking forward in football, we have the UK game. Everyone has that one circled. We want to win that. And then some sort of bowl.
Probably an Orange Bowl.
Probably an Orange Bowl, or I've also heard Russell Athletic Bowl. I don't really want that.
That's no good.
Sounds unseemly. So football, the thing is, everyone right now is still a little hurt by how that ended up there. But looking back, they're going to have to be pretty pleased with the season. I mean, if we had made the playoffs this year, I think that's a little bit ahead of schedule. Because this is only Petrino's second year back, third year back. Oh boy, I'm bad at this sort of thing.
I think it's third.
It's his third year back. I apologize. And I think the National, as was once said, Louisville is on a collision course with the championship. It's going to happen, but this year would have been a little ahead of schedule. But you're going to look back at a team that will ultimately probably have 2 losses and the Heisman winner. Well, you can't really complain about that season.
I didn't see that coming.
You still have a chance to win the ECC.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as of last week, but yeah. If you had asked me 5 months ago, which no one talked to me, so you didn't, you would have heard me say 6 and 6. No, well, no, I would have said like 8 and 4.
8 and 4. Yeah. Sounds about right. So, anyways, it's going to be it's been a great season. It's been an exciting season to watch. But just that one game was puzzling. So moving into basketball, here's what I'd say about basketball. Glen, I've seen all the home games except for one, which was the one where they moved the game time to 4 o'clock. So thanks, I was still at work. There wasn't anybody there but retirees and children.
I don't know why they did that. That didn't.
It was weird. But that was so that we could see the 8 o'clock tip-off for the game that ultimately crushed our hopes. So really no one won that day. It was a double loss. Although the basketball team technically won, I'm saying it was a loss because if I couldn't go to the game, someone else. That's a new character I'm doing.
I like that.
All right. So, basketball. We've been beating the living shit out of a bunch of nobodies. Although Coach, and I'm glad you're watching in, Coach, of course, likes to tell us how good these teams are, these tournament teams. William and Mary, usually hanging around somewhere in the tournament. These are top 100 RPI teams, I guess, that they're looking for quality cream puffs to beat up on.
Right.
So we're posting big scores against teams that are clearly dominating. What's it going to mean when we finally hit Michigan State, IU, and of course the dreaded Lexington Basketball Academy.
The thing is, I still don't have a good feel for this team. We're overwhelming these guys with swarming defense. We're all over the place running around. I don't even think the other teams know what to make of us.
No.
They don't know where to focus their efforts. So it's sort of hard to really say. But you could see talent here and there on the team. Jalen Johnson, certainly a lot better.
He's come on very strong. In fact, I was kind of almost written him off at this point. Not totally, but we hadn't seen anything really huge. He seemed unfocused in his first 2 years.
But in better shape now.
Yeah.
And if he can give us kind of a Tristan Thompson element, that's a new wrinkle we haven't had. Plus, Dingadale, I see a guy who could be a lottery pick.
Yeah, absolutely. The body's there, the skill set's there. He just needs more work.
VJ King hasn't done a lot, but you can see flashes of a guy that can, be an unstoppable scorer and even maybe defend well once he learns the system. And Quentin Snyder, solid, and other odds and ends.
Well, let's not throw Donovan Mitchell under odds and ends. This is also going to be an NBA player, I believe.
If he can continue to shoot the three well, then yes.
Yeah, the explosive, athletic player. Well, here's where I'm at, Glenn. I just don't know. I'm the same way. I see talent on the floor. I see big scores, but I don't see focus necessarily. Like you said, the defense is almost confusing in how swarming it is. But sometimes there's I don't know if it's a lack of communication or just this, and it's early in the year. I mean, we can't say a whole lot at this point in the year, but there are times when it seems like not rotating, not getting back. I feel like, is it just a matter of them learning a system, or at this point, or do we have a bad loss coming soon?
Well, let me tell you this. I did some investigative reporting.
Oh, okay. This is Glenn Reed.
A short little story.
Over
the weekend, I had to go to Dairy Queen because
DQ, Dilly Bars.
Because I needed to get an ice cream cake. It was for a friend.
There's no cake in an ice cream cake. It's like that crumbly cookie shit.
It's an ice cream display that you can eat. So I go there at around 8 at night on a Saturday. Just I don't have anywhere else to go, and no one else really cares.
I seem to remember inviting you over this weekend on a Saturday, but I don't remember seeing you there.
There was a birthday party situation going on.
Okay, all right.
So I go to this Dairy Queen. Only 2 people were there, and then I entered. So I go up to the counter, and the 2 people in front of me were 7 feet tall. It was Mott's and Honest.
Oh, we love Mott's and Honest.
So I didn't talk to them. Pretty much how I handle all people in front of me. But all I can think of,
people in general,
right? I'm mainly focused this way, not at the person.
Right.
Not a good place to go if you're an athlete to Dairy Queen. I'm sure they have healthy items, but you don't see them.
They don't. They have flame grilled cheeseburgers and dairy treats.
Right, but you can probably add a plank here and there that probably would help. But they. I don't mean to betray them by telling you this.
Oh God, inside scoop! I am so excited.
Come on, guys. Don't go to Dairy Queen.
So that's your investigative reporting. And so you're afraid that Mott's and Anas, the 2 skinniest 7-foot people in the world, maybe they need desperately to go to DQ. I think Mott's needs build up those muscles a little bit. I love Mott's. We love Mott's, but I want to see Mott's not just in garbage time. I want to see Mott's out there doing things. Now Anas, I still think Anas has a great potential, but I just want to see him finish around that rim like a beast. Sometimes he still goes up a little soft. He's 7 feet tall.
In college basketball, he can get away with what he does.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't see an NBA future in him unless he really works out and gets stronger. I mean,
he's like a speed school engineer guy, though. He's going to be ruling the world. He doesn't need basketball. He's going to, destroy in the private sector, I'm sure.
He might be right. Well, we need more out of him.
Yeah.
Because basketball means a lot.
Well, if you have 2 7-footers and neither of them are necessarily your go-to center,
right.
How about that character? All right.
Did you work on these, or are they developing?
I've been working. All right. Well, our producer's telling us to wrap it up. I think this has been a very speedy and upbeat and snappy episode.
And loud
also.
And brought to you by Mott's Applesauce.
No, not true. So I would like to thank you all for watching. Coach, big fan. We're loyal Card supporters, and I'm sorry for anything Glenn may have said last year when things were a little on the rocks.
I have a loose tongue, but I won't pull it back in all the way.
I'll just say I believe. I have a shirt that says loyal with the L. So, anyways, I think at this point, I think it's too early to say what to expect from the basketball team. You can say this now. Was even as recently as last year, an exhibition with like Wesleyan, we had a tough game against them, and we've had years where we had to work to beat Bellarmine. We had to work to beat Wesleyan.
I call those the T-Will years.
Yeah, we are destroying people left and right now, but I don't think we're going to really know anything until this week and the battle for Atlantis. So next time we talk to you, we'll probably have a more firm idea of what's in our future. But at this point, I think the future's very bright. There's a lot of potential there for victory this year.
Right. Once the investigations conclude.
I don't want to talk about investigations. We're done with that. That we put that away. That was last year.
But
we're done. It's all done. It's all good. Positive. Look to the future. That's the character. All right. So I want to invite everyone to please come to our Twitter account, which is at Glen and Brent. I want you to email us. Oh, is the camera done?
Nah, you just keep on trucking.
All right. I'm going to keep on trucking. I want you to go to email us. What's that?
It's, you go to our Pinterest page.
No. Is it Glen and Brent at Hotmail? Gmail? What the fuck?
This is more manager stuff.
Danny, what's our email address?
It is buzzquestions@hotmail.com.
Buzzquestions@hotmail.com. Just send it all there.
There's also
send it all to buzzquestions.
With Brent and Glenn
Okay.
at Gmail.
At gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Just like written right there.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have it on my face. All right, so please do that. Please visit our YouTube channel, 2 Men, 1 Couch, and check out our other shows, including the Hot Off the Presses movie fight.
And please
to be shot after we finish shooting this episode.
And this episode was brought to you by Dairy Queen, a place that has food that you can eat to get you fatter if you aren't too fat. I won't talk to you if you go.
Pumpkin pie blizzards are the bomb. All right, that's it. Thanks. Bye-bye. I feel like it was snappy.